Okay, on this last section is just using proportional parts, okay? Um, so of here, our tests like are gonna be 29, actually on the next page, 31 and 33 and 34. Okay, so on here, if you have parallel lines, because it tells us that L is parallel to M and it's parallel to N. Whenever you have parallel lines, they do something very special. So we take those, label our parallel. They want us to find EF. BC is 16, so here's BC between B and C is 16. AB, excuse me, is 12, so that's 12. And I'm going to give that a different color. Sorry. AB is 12. And then DE is right here. It is 14. And we're trying to find EF. That's our unknown. All right, so what happens that makes this a whole lot easier is that parallel lines split up the side. So this left side basically gets split into, and there's your ratio, basically 12. Use the parallel lines to write the ratio, 12 over 16. It is going to split up also the right side. So that ratio would be 14 over x. Also, to help you see it, BC is opposite. If I look, sorry, right there, EF. The parts that are opposite correspond to each other. Okay, so 12 goes to 14. All right, and now we're just going to cross multiply to solve it. So we have 12x equals 224 divided by 12, and x is 56 over 3, or you can give me the decimal, which is approximately 18.7. Okay, so the side splitter also happens with your angle bisectors. Okay, so right here, your angle bisector, right here, your angle's being bisected, it is going to split the whole triangle into two triangles. 1, 2. And then I'm going to do the same thing. The parts on triangle 1 go together. So that is here. They correspond with the parts over here. So your ratio would be 20 is to x as 35 is to 21. All right, so you're going to cross multiply and solve right there. Got you started. 31, just like. So again, we have an angle bisector. It splits it into two triangles. Splitting right there. That are going to be proportional. So the left side is proportional to the right side. Right there, there are my parts. 6 is to x plus 1, as 14 is to 2x plus 3. It's easy to see the sides are being bisected. Well, not necessarily bisecting, but that are on the same side, like BC, how it's being divided by parts. So here we're going to cross multiply. We're going to get 14 parentheses x plus 1 is equal to 6 parentheses 2x plus 3. So we're going to require you to show some cross products and do your distributive property. So this ends up being 14x plus 14. Remember? Don't ask why. Just multiply. Hippity hoppity distributive property. All right, so hop in there. So that gives me 12x. And then hop to there. That gives me 18. We're going to solve for x. So we can get the smallest, start with our smallest variable, which is 12x. So we're going to minus that. Makes that 0. So you're left with 2x plus 14 equals 18. Now I'm going to do minus 14. So I have 2x equals 4 divided by 2. Yep, you're right. X equals 2. Sorry about that. All right, so 32 is like 30, okay? Or sorry, 29, sorry. 29, 30. But again, these are parallel, so it is cutting the sides, splitting them so you can do your proportion. So that let you do that one. It's multiple choice. All right, 33, a little extensive. A couple things I need you to recognize. So do need to walk through this one with me. All right, so basically the key information here is the length of the shadow of the first platform is given. That is right here, 6 feet and 3 inches. Find the length of the shadow of the second platform. That would be here. So basically, I'm looking at triangle CAB. I'm looking at that triangle, and I'm comparing it, CAB, to the whole triangle, which is EAD. Oops. Let me undo that. Apologize. I'm trying to take this blue triangle, which is right there, and we have EAD. All right, now we're trying to find this shadow. So that's our unknown. Now, I know they give us some feet and inches, but it's easier if you just convert everything to inches to label, because you don't want to have two different units being used in your proportion. So what I'm going to do is understand 1 foot equals 12 inches. Oops. So if I multiply by 12, I can figure out how many inches I have. So right here, 8 feet and 2 inches. That's 96 plus a 2. So this would be 98 inches, which is right here in my small triangle. 98. Probably should have did that in red. Sorry about that. 98 inches. 98. All right, now 7 feet and 6 inches. That's going to be 80 inches. So the height of our blue triangle is adding these two parts together. So I don't know about 80 when it should be 90. So this is going to be 188 inches. Make sure I did that right. 12, 84 plus 690. Yeah. All right, and then on the base here of the red triangle, 6 feet and 3 inches. That's the same as 75 inches. So right here, and now we have our proportion. So when we set it up, we're going to have 98 inches is to 188 inches, which equals 75 is to x. We cross multiply, we get 98x equals 14,100 inches divided by 98. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit. And this is what I was talking about. X equals, when I simplify this, this is going to be 70, 50, or 49. Okay? Now, it says find the length of the shadow of the second platform in feet and inches to the nearest inch. So I want to do this to the nearest inch. So I can convert this to approximation. This is approximately 143.8 inches. So I would round that to 144. That's the nearest inch, 144. But if I'm converting that to feet, I'm then going to have to take that answer and divide it by 12, because 12 inches equal a foot, which gives you 12 feet. Okay? So I'm just kind of making sure you know to round correctly. And then 34, you can do by splitting into parts or subtracting and then looking at your proportions. So I believe, ladies and gentlemen, let me check because this thing is freezing on me again, so bear with me. Okay, I got it to not freeze, sorry. So basically just what I was trying to say on 34 here is that you need to make sure you find this missing part so you can do your proportions. Okay, and you can figure that out because they gave you 20 and you have the other one is 8. That's your hint. All right, now some of you have a little extra copy of some extra problems. These are just extra practice, okay? So just do them if you need them. Make sure you come to tutorials, ask questions, study, look at your notes, your spiral. Don't just rely on the review. Thank you for doing this.